Hello and welcome to the screencast. The purpose of this video is to cover the creation of an ESXi 6.5 host in VMware's vSphere client and to attach the host to a cluster within another VMware vSphere client. I will be covering this in 5 different stages. Firstly, I will be creating the ESXi host and installing it within the virtual machine. Second stage is adding the host to the virtual vSphere client. My third stage will be reviewing what the vSphere client has managed to gain from the host when it was added. The fourth stage involves the configuration of the host to join the DNS and verifying its routing information. And stage 5 involves adding the host to the domain. So the first stage is creating the host virtual machine. This will be done in VMware's vSphere web client in the HTML5 edition. So let's go there. And here we are. So to create it, I'm clicking on my resource pool, left click New Virtual Machine, create New Virtual Machine. Now I'm going to call this KC underscore ESXi 65 is ESXi 6.5 is the edition that I'm using, and then 00 for the sake of this. Now in the location, I need to create it in a location that I'm able to use, where I have the privileges, and that is an E701 VT folder. And hit KC. Now, we go next into this one. We see that's in the senior resource pool, so that's good. And we want it in the data store for the new 7. And we want it compatible with ESXi 6.5. Now, in our OS family, it's under Other. Down here is VMware ESXi 6.5. Now it brings up an unsupported side, but that won't be an issue, so we go next. Now then, before we fully customize the hardware, let's have a look at what the hardware requirements are. So if I go up here into this tab, we can see the ESXi hardware requirements. So one thing to note is that the host machine requires at least 2 CPU cores, that it requires hardware virtualization, and we can see that our ESXi requires a minimum of 4 GB of RAM. Now then, back into our vSphere. So here we needed at least 2 CPUs, memory, at least 4 GB of RAM, so fine, hard disk, that is fine. However, if we just click on here, we want to make sure that it's unprovisioned for the sake of storage space within this talent server machine. Down here, and make sure that it is in 3124. That's the current network switch that the rest of my virtual machines are on. And now, just double check here. Last time I did this, I wasn't able to see them. And again, that's the case. We just go to the library. We can't see anything. Now this appears to be an issue with the setup of the virtual machine. So we'll just take it to the client device. Now then, back up here, or here. We can't. We need to do the virtualization. We'll click this one, see if that works, but we can double check in VMware Workstation when we're installing it. Now then, that's everything that we want. So click Next, double check, 2 CPUs, at least 4 GB, and we'll double check the virtualization afterwards. Now finish and wait for that to create. You can see that that's just here. Now then, see the DVD drive is disconnected, but if we go into Edit Settings, and now check the data store ISO file, we have them available. So we're using the vSphere hypervisor here. Here we go, we can see that this is 6.5, so OK. Want to make sure that it's connected. We're ready. So now we power it on. And we launch the remote console through VMware Workstation. And here we are in the ESXi installation. Now if you recall, I need to check the hardware virtualization. The hardware has been virtualized, so we're fine to carry on and continue with the installation. Now that it's been installed, I'm about to configure its hostname and set it to static IP as well as connecting it to the domain. So I have set the IPv4 address to 192.168.1.200. Set my DNS to 192.168.101, which is my primary server, as well as my host name to ESXi 00, and then added it to the sudo.linux.local domain. Now, in testing the management network, we notice that the host name has failed. This is because I need to manually add a forward lookup zone in the server's DNS of the ESXi 00 for this to work. Let's go do that now. So here in my server, I add this host. This should allow me to pass the network management test within my host. So back in my host, we can see that in the testing management network, the host name is being resolved, and so we know that it is now part of the DNS. So this leads us into the second part, adding the host to the virtual vSphere client. And here we are in a virtual vSphere client that I'll be adding the ESXi host to. Now before I do that, just to clarify where I am, if we look over here, we can see the ESXi host that I've just created. And another virtual machine, Windows 8.1 client. Now this is currently hosting the vSphere client web service that I'm about to use. Cool. Now we can go into cluster, right click, add host. Now the host name is its full name, ESXi 00 sudo.linux.local. Now you can see we're adding it to the cluster. The username is the name and password that's been done within the host itself. Now this alert is because I haven't got a certificate, however we'll carry on and proceed anyway. So we can review it, see our name, we can see that this is part of VMware and that it is in the ESXi 6.5. We don't have a license, so we're going to keep it with the evaluation one. Lockdown mode will keep disabled. Now we're ready to complete, so we'll press finish. You'll see up here that it's about to be created. So now that it's been created, it's on to our next step, which is reviewing the host from within the client. So now if we click on our ESXi 00 host, it's unconfigured, but we'll just bring it to summary for the moment. We can see that we have these 2 CPUs. You see just here we've got that 4 gig. Just look down, see its networking is connected there, and it's connected to a dark store. So now what we're about to do is our next step, which is configuring the host to join the DNS from within the web client. So we add the host to the DNS through our configure. Now in here we want to go down to processes. Processes. So to add the host to the DNS, we need to go into configure, and under TCP IP configuration, go default, and we'll look into the edit. Now then we can see here host name and our domain, preferred server, alternate server, and search domains. Now this is all available because I have DHCP enabled. If I didn't, then I would have to add a bit more information here. If we look into routing, we can see that our gateway is the one that needs to be set up. So we can just press, we can check the name, and press OK. So now that we can see that the DNS is indeed set up, it's time for the final step, which is adding the host to the domain. We do this through System Authentication Services. And we want to click Join Domain. And our domain is sudo.panix.local using the credentials of our server, which is administrator, and then the password. Press OK. This just takes a moment or two. Here we are, we can see that we have connected to the domain through our vSphere client. Fantastic. And that's everything that we need to do. So, in summary, just to recap, we have created a host virtual machine. We've added the host to the virtual vSphere client, we reviewed the host from within the client, we configured the host to join the DNS, but more just looked at it as it had already been done through DHCP, and we added the host to our domain. So in conclusion, 3 things just to leave you with is that when creating the host virtual machine, it needs at least 2 CPU cores, and that it requires virtualization of the hardware. And also within the setup of our ESXi host, it requires its name to be manually put into the server's DNS or looking zone for it to be able to verify that test management network of the DNS. Thank you for listening, and I hope you managed to gain something from this.